Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
And then I did, Super Bowl as a player, assistant coach, and 2 as a head coach. And working for Al Davis, I should be in the Hall of Fame just working for Al Davis.
Right. Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com. Join me and special guest 3-time national champion and 4-time Rose Bowl champion coach John Robinson this Saturday morning from 8 to 9 here on NBC Sports 920, The Game. Okay, welcome back to the final segment of the Sports Circus here at WCOBM. This segment is brought to you by Rising Above Search Engine Optimization, providing the best SEO, web design, and social media management on the internet. Give them a call at 855-747-4641 or visit them at risingaboveseo.com. So, we're still here with our championship WBC championship boxer, Billy Wright. Bronco Billy Wright, that is.
Yes.
So, we're just finishing up talking about the Super Bowl. And look, the bottom line is Atlanta did not run as many plays as they wanted to. We just talked about that off camera.
Right.
And they really had about maybe 40 or 50% less plays, for be able to snap the ball.
That's correct.
Right, and you're going to wear the defense down.
Yeah, that's what happened. And they kept Seattle was great at keeping the 27th ranked defense, in NFL on the field. They kept them on the field the whole
Correct.
game. And so it was they wore already not great defense out. Mm-hmm. Okay, and if they kept, because Atlanta has they're the highest scoring team in the NFL.
It's the number 1 ranked offense against the number 1 ranked defense.
And so that was a great game.
Right, and that was basically the tail of the tape.
That was it.
Right, that was the end of it.
Right.
Right, and so sticking with football, all right, so I'm happy with the way the Super Bowl ended. It was a very entertaining game for everybody. Yeah. And frankly, I think both teams are happy despite the outcome. Even Atlanta, they're happy they played well.
They made it to the Super Bowl. Great job.
Not only they were leading most of the game. I mean, it was a colossal collapse.
No, they were leading the entire game. Until they were leading the entire game.
Last play of the game.
The Patriots, the only time they led was the last football.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's funny. I had said last week, whoever ends up with the ball last could win the game. But I said, 41-23 is going to be my final. I'm sticking to it. I had some people sending me messages. I'll get out of here. I'm sticking with it. All right, so sticking with the NFL. Now, the Raiders, and I've been saying this for weeks now. Everyone said, Adelson dropped out of the race. We're not going to have an NFL team here. The Raiders are going to move to San Diego. Never. Well, although they do draw better there than the Chargers do, which is it's kind of humorous to think of.
Right.
But our new suitor, which is basically who's been in the wings the whole time, Fertitas.
Oh, yes.
That's what it's going to be,
yeah.
Because they can easily divest out of the station's hotels and drop a bunch of money. God knows they made a bunch of money, the whole MMA money.
On everything, yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, talk about having the golden touch. See, there's a nice gold color here.
Right.
These guys, they touch turns into solid gold.
Yeah, seriously.
So I think that's your new suitor, and that's what's going to happen. The Vegas Raiders are going to become a reality here. The stadium, look, the funding's already in place.
Right.
The hard work's been done. The governor signed off on it. The people have signed off on it.
Right.
It's a done deal.
It'd be wonderful.
So, I mean,
great.
I'm very happy to see the Raiders come here, even though I'm not really a big Raider fan. Kind of a Charger fan.
When you be a Raider fan, though, they come here.
Yeah, now I'm a Raider fan, right?
We're Raider fans,
right? It was like in hockey, I'm a Blackhawks fan, but now I'm a Golden Knights fan. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All I know is I have season tickets. I will be there. Maybe I'll ask you to go, but I have to get an extra seat for you.
Well, no, my boot. Well, I don't want to say booty. Can you say booty?
You can say that.
Okay.
His ass.
My booty is okay. It's just we got to make sure it's extra strong.
But
legs.
your knees are going to be up against the chair in front, so we'll have to get the chair in front of you too.
That's all. We'll just move that out of the way. Make a special seat. It'd be the Bronco
right, you'll just
seat.
kind of crush it by moving it forward.
I can see that. Like you do in airplanes.
Yes.
You're the economy airplane. You put your knees up against the seat so the guy can't lean back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't lay in your lap the whole flight. You're like this, and their head's right here. You're like, you don't even want to eat your food. Their head's in your thing.
Right, yeah. Here, just take my food. I can't have it.
Right.
There's nothing I could. Here,
right.
You're better off with it than I am.
It's already on your seat anyway.
All right. So let's switch to Major League Baseball, and I got to tell you, there have been some ridiculous proposals for rule changes. These happen every year,
right.
But some of these are going to be a reality. And I got to start out with the very first one. This is just pissing me off. As a former pitcher,
yes.
This drives me mad. I mean, I like to pitch out of the windup. Because if you don't pitch out of the windup, you lose 2 to 3 miles an hour off your speed.
Right.
Right? And so So here we go, and your mechanics are off. So
It's the whole thing, right?
Manfred, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, says, well, guess what? Let's try in extra innings in the minor leagues. We're going to try putting from the 10th inning, we're going to put a guy on second base. Right. It's like in college football. They start at the 25.
Right.
It's the same crap to incite, a faster game. Right?
Wow.
How ridiculous, how ridiculous is that?
Ridiculous.
It's just stupidity. I can't even imagine this. You're taking a very important element out of the game, and let's face it, you have to earn your guys on base, right? Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. So another rule change. This one is just really dumb. They're all really dumb, but here we go. So they're talking about taking the actual intentional walk. The pitcher has to go through the motion, throw the ball.
Right.
Oh, they're trying to take that away. Say, oh no, we want him to go to first base. Just go ahead and go. Oh no. Let me tell you something. How many times have you watched a game just out of sheer madness on the field? You've seen a pitcher that was so nervous, he threw it over the catcher's head, on the four intentional passes, right? Because pitchers aren't used to throwing at 2 miles an hour.
No.
They're used to throwing at 90 plus.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I have a problem. If I'm not throwing regular speed, if I'm on the hill, if I have to throw an intentional pass or if I feel the ball and then I have to throw it at first, I'm not very good at that.
Right.
Because I'm used to doing one thing and one thing really good.
Right.
And that's why a lot of pitchers, they overthrow the first baseman, or they'll throw it into the ground, they'll throw it up in the dugout, into the seats, whatever. They'll throw it anywhere.
Right.
So I think if you take this element out of the game, I mean, let's face it, you're taking a bit of chaos out that could be fun to keep in there.
No,
and
you have to. How can they do that?
well, so here's where it gets even more fun when you think about those wild throws and all this other
Right.
crap. Well, on ball 4, let's just say it's ball 4 goes over the catcher's head. All right, the guy's running to first base, whatever. It's not a walk; it should be intentional run, right? All right, so he runs to first base, and if the ball gets away from the catcher, man, this guy's on his way to second.
Right.
He's going to take another base.
And the guy that's on second, who they put there, is in third. Coming home.
Right. The merry-go-round.
Right.
Everything's going on here. So if you take that out of the game, that's an enormous mistake.
Yeah.
All right. And so now, just to make matters worse, now the league is saying, well, we're going to adjust the strike zone. We're going to move the strike zone up. And here's you're going to like this, because they say, well, we want to speed the game up. Okay, so talk about an oxymoron. Now you've got a commissioner says we want to speed the game up, but now we're going to move the strike zone up, so we're going to incite more offense. You can slow the game down, right? Now there's going to be more runs scored. Right. So what they're trying to do, just like in hockey, they put a trapezoid behind the net in hockey, so the goalie couldn't go roaming off into the corners and create mayhem, which is one of the best things about hockey. They took it away.
Right.
Now they're trying to do the same thing in controlling what goes on in the pitching in the strike zone. And you can't do that because you're changing the game completely.
Right.
Why would you do that? Now you have to teach players how to play baseball all over again.
Wow.
It's like me saying, well, hey,
I don't
now
get
you're going to turn around and you're going to fight lefty. Remember when Mickey said, all right, Rock, I want you to fight southpaw.
Right.
Right, and
can't
it's,
do
I
that.
don't know how to do that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
So-
I don't know. I mean, people, and that's the thing is, it's going to incite a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden, people who are avid baseball fans their whole lives are going to be going. We'll start turning the TV. I know this is
Right.
stupid.
Well, okay, so it gets worse. Now they're going to limit defensive shifting. So, they shift
Right.
their players. Okay, it gets even worse than that. They're actually trying to limit the amount of times the manager can go to the bullpen as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, right. And there's yet another one. So now there's going to be a clock enforced, and it's basically a shot clock, but for pitching, right? You got to throw the ball. So what you're doing is you're saying, okay, guy in first base or second base or at third trying to steal home, we know the pitcher has to throw it within this particular time. Now we're going to give you a decided advantage
Oh, my
just
gosh.
because we want to speed the game up. Yet they're raising the strike zone to slow the game down. How stupid is that? That's almost as stupid as some of the offseason moves. The Braves have made a terrible move picking up Johnny Danks. The White Sox got rid of him. That guy is washed up. He's no good. They signed him to a one-year deal. Get rid of him. Bad move. The Brewers signed Jabba Chamberlain. Jabba Chamberlain, washed up, done, bad move. Damaged goods. He can't throw it 90 miles an hour anymore. The Indians signed in a moronic move, the worst move of the entire season, of the offseason. They signed Willie Mo Pena. He's been out of the game for 6 years now. 6 years. He hasn't played pro ball, right? The Cubs lose Jason Hamels, and they basically pick up garbage in return. They send him to Kansas City. Another terrible move.
Wow.
And the Atlanta Braves also make a move. They sign Kurt Suzuki, who's a really good catcher. They only signed him to a one-year deal because they had A.J. Przinsky as the catcher last year. And so if you need to address catching, why don't you address catching properly? I don't know. So anyway, special guest, always a pleasure having you in.
Well,
the
thank
bone-crushing shaking hand it is right here. Look how small my hand is here. Jesus. All right.
Wait, should we shake hands like this? Like this? Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
thanks, pal.
No, just kidding.
Tune into the Sports Circus tomorrow at 8 a.m. on NBC Sports 920 The Game here in Las Vegas, or stream the show live at thesportcircus.com. For our special guest, Bronco Billy Wright, and myself and the entire staff here, tune in tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Sal. Thank you.